For over 30 years since my first meeting with Rolling Thunder, spring gatherings at the Dan Ranch in the Shoshone Territory. I'm from Nevada, and sweat lodges throughout the West and the Northwest and California. The most impacting Native American experience I've ever had was a Sundance that I attended at Black Mesa, Arizona, Hopi Navajo country. The feds had us completely surrounded, and at one point they showed up in their Suburbans and told us we couldn't have the gathering or we couldn't have the Sundance. I was the only white guy there, and it was a very intense experience. It was five grandmas that stepped forward, and they were taken away. It was one of the most powerful moments I've ever had. They were put in those black Suburbans, and these guys with suits, something out of the Matrix. They drove off with these grandmas, and the Sundance went on. I was there 10 days. On the 10th day, Louise Benally, who basically lived out there at Black Mesa, approached my friend Antoinette Claypool, who I came with from Ashland, Oregon, that I needed to be removed. I needed to go because people were starting to worry or wonder about me because I was the one white guy there. The entire time that I was there, we were surrounded by feds. You could see them on the rocks watching us as the dancers were in the circle and fasting. And I saw some of the most insane commitment out of human beings in my life with the circle and with the people who, the braves who had decided to sacrifice for us. That was the beginning, if you will, for me to want to know more. And it was very difficult to do that with the North American, Native American population. They're very private for good reason. And they weren't very and aren't very trusting of the white man. And that's an obvious historical reality. It doesn't confuse me at all why they'd be like that. What was so amazing about the Shuar and Luis Quash's communities, he was so welcoming of us. It's partially why we stayed down here in South America. We were able to get going with these populations and start projects quickly. That's something I didn't even remotely even attempt in North America. And then the idea of making a documentary film was not even on the radar. Down here it was totally possible, and we did it quite easily. We really enjoyed our experiences, and they had more trust of us. Yeah, we definitely ran into situations where we felt in danger, but we were with Luis when we were in really remote parts of the Selva, parts of the Amazon, where we really were incredibly vulnerable. You know, we had our film equipment, I had Lonnie. There was obviously animosity. We didn't ever feel in danger. I can say that Sundance at Black Mesa, I felt in danger. Someone went through my backpack and my tent because they were concerned about me. And the whole intensity brought on by the feds being there, I'll never forget it. It was so powerful. And it changed my life forever. It was one of those things that I knew no longer I could participate in the 9-to-5 paradigm. I knew no longer I could participate in the reality of banks and the destruction of Peabody Coal and other industrialists, other corporations that basically all they were doing is raping the earth. And the only population I saw that was fit or willing to fight back was the indigenous populations. None of my experience at all with any of the post-college or environmentalist groups that I came in contact with over my years were even remotely close to the dedication that the Native American populations in South and North America have shown me.